So Craig, what does God want you to do about your job? We got advertising at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. So we have a return. I got options and a reprimand. Advertising. What does God want you to do about your job? We got a return. I got options and a reprimand. All fell out together. The underlying issue, we got advertising, promotion, new staff, personal drama, new clients, same old, same old. We got change in the rules, will result in a pay raise. The pay raise will be safety. Got bad idea. Prayer works. Regarding a new contract, new business. Then we have danger, and we have new management. Work romance. Okay, so this is saying that there's gonna be conflict no matter what you choose to do. Okay, obviously. So let's see what all this means. So return, I got options and reprimand. Basically what was underneath is exactly what this is saying. So you can either return to work or you can go to some other options, but in any case it's going to be a challenging way forward. Okay, so we got advertising. The underlying issue is advertising, promotion, new staff, personal drama, new clients, same old, same old. So yeah, they'll just replace you. New staff. We got change in the rules, pay raise, safety, bad idea. So I guess securing my safety is a bad idea. But prayer works for a new contract and new business. But there's danger with this new management. But at least you love your work, even though there's conflict. And I hate my job because of a pay decrease. But congratulations, because you're gonna be envied anyway. So you'll get less money. Obviously, these things are obvious. I mean, well, they're obvious to me. So basically, if you stay, you're gonna be in trouble. And if you go and make your own way forward, they're gonna make your way difficult. Yes, you're gonna make less money than you're making right now, but God says congratulations. Okay? It's actually the right thing to do. Why would God say congratulations? People are gonna be envying you anyway. Why? You don't have as much money, but you got your freedom. You have your dignity. You have all the things that money can't buy. You don't have to be disrespecting God's program, okay? Because what you're doing right now is fighting against God's cause, whether you want to or not. If you leave that job and you get another one, yes, they're gonna make your way hard, but at least you'll be on the right track where you're not making God angry at you. Because right now, what you're doing, God is angry at you. And the people that you work for are angry at you because you're trying to keep me safe. So the work that they're putting in, you're counteracting that. Obviously, they're not going to be happy with you. Then God, on the other hand, is unhappy with you in this job as well, because God's trying to protect me and you're allowing the people to hurt me. So it's like, what are you really doing? If you leave that job and you try to forge your own way through life by starting your own business, you're going to be making a lot less money. That means you're going to be changing your lifestyle. But at the end of the day, you can live with a clear conscience. You can live knowing that you have God's protection, you have God's vote, and God is going to make sure that your needs are being met. You may not have money put away. You may not be able to splurge how you used to. People are going to see you different. People are going to rate you differently. But you know what? The right people are going to rate you in the right ways. The right people are going to commend you for taking your power back and sacrificing that which was making you disrespect your soul, disrespect God, disrespect God's cause. God's cause is for the betterment of humanity. And I am one of the tools that God is using in the betterment of humanity. But if I'm not well, I can't do my job. Whether that's mentally unwell, emotionally unwell, physically unwell, you're stopping me from doing God's work by allowing these idiots that you work with to do what they want to do to me. Those things that you don't even support. That's why you're going behind their back and undoing as best as you can the nonsense that they do to me. So right now, you're not making any sense. You see it? So in order for you to get on the right path, you're going to have to take a pay decrease, but it's actually that pay decrease. God is saying congratulations, because even though you're not making as much money as you're used to, or the people that are around you, they're gonna be envying you the same way that they're envying me. They envy my power, they envy my courage, they envy my favor in earth. So even though I'm not making any money, how am I still standing so strong? How come I still look so good? How come I don't look deprived? How come I don't look like what I'm going through? Is because God is holding me up. So you will also be eligible for that type of blessing, because what you're doing right now is trying to hold your own self up by keeping this job. But God says, I can do it for you. You don't need as much money as you think you do. What you need is peace and joy. What you need is a clear conscience. What you need is answers so you can see your way forward. What you need is to stop giving a fuck about what people think about you. What you need is to take your power back in life. And that means being on God's side. because God can. And once you have God's vote, all those who come under God's voice, you got their vote too. So the question is, what do you value in this life? Do you value your material possessions, or do you value your spiritual ones? That's the question. Let's see. We got office politics. Saboteur. Yeah. They're going to be messing with you, but at least you'll have a clear conscience. So basically, you'll be suffering the way that I'm suffering. Maybe in a different way, but I have a clear conscience. I'm still happy in spite of the madness that I'm going through. They're messing with me in whatever way, but I am, let's say they managed to hurt me, say 10%. I still have 90%. 90% of a sound mind, so I'm not irritated by them. 90% of my health, so I don't look like what they want me to look like. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm winning. They value money over everything. I don't. I value my peace of mind. I value a clear conscience. I value being on God's good side. I do not want to be God's enemy. Okay, I prefer be their enemy than God's enemy. Because they can't do shit to me that God don't allow them to. You see it? And when it comes to money, we overrate money. Money is overrated. Okay? There's a time and a season for everything. It's better that you build slowly and have a clear conscience, but the choice is yours. Okay? Some people can't stand not having money. Some people can't stand not being seen as important by other people. But that's what got your ass in problems right now. You trying to hold on to everything that you've accumulated so far, and still trying to live for God. You can't do that. You can't serve two masters. You have to choose one. Because like I said, your work people, they're vexed with you because it's like they're putting in all this energy and spending all this money and doing all these things to hurt me, and you're coming behind them and undoing what they're doing to me. That's a traitor. And God is seeing you as a traitor too, because you're trying to save me, but at the same time you're still sitting by and allowing them to hurt me. So what are you doing? So that's what God's saying to you when it comes to your work. See, saboteur, new job. They will saboteur, but God gonna give you the answers: conflict resolution, good ideas, and celebration. So God said, yes, you're gonna make less money, but you're gonna get everything you need so that you could still enjoy the best of the situation. I have other ways to pay you and make you whole other than to give you money, okay, and things, okay. So we have demotion, new location, but have faith in your new position. So that's God reaffirming that, yeah, it's gonna be less than what you're doing right now. It's a smaller status, but you need to have faith in your new position. You will be competition for them, just as I am competition for them. As small as I am competition for them. That's why they work so hard to try and bring me down. It just don't make any sense to them. And even if you are not helping to stop them, God would put somebody else. So I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me. I'm absolutely fine. One way or the other, I'll be fine, because God is the one who governs people's minds. You see? So God can motivate anybody at all to protect me. But you're hurting yourself by not choosing one side and sticking to it. Like the other reading told you, God said you need to choose a side and stick to it, bro. Stop being wishy-washy, because nobody understand what the fuck you're doing, or whose side you're really on, or what you're depend. And you're not gonna be blessed by both sides keeping up that type of keeping up that type of mode of operation, you're going to be hated by both sides, given the side eye by both sides. Like, are you my fucking friend or not? Like, what are you doing? You have to be either fully on God's side or fully on the Antichrist side. There's no in between. So if you have to go down to the bottom and start to build again, you do that. But this time you build properly. You don't have to disrespect your moral value system in order to gain the best in life. You know? Because I'm not going to disrespect my moral code to gain what I'm about to gain. It's a slow build for me, but I know once that money start to roll in, yeah, man, I'm gonna be a fat cat. My pockets are gonna be nice. You see, God elevated me. They gave me this skill. They introduced me to tarot thinking that they're gonna be able to use it against me. And God used the same tool to elevate me to levels that they can't even comprehend. You see how God works? So even though I'm not making any money right now, I have so much power in my hand. You realize that I can break into any system, any computer system with my cards and reveal information that's top secret. Do you understand the kind of elevation and the kind of promotion that God has given to me? So they take money out of my hand and God just put something else in my hand that's equally and even more powerful. Because information is life and death. Money ain't really life and death. You know? This information that I have, I use it to save lives. Just like when God brought out the story about what they were planning to do in Shashamaniland. That put people on their P's and Q's, and that then saved so many lives because they were about to kill the people, the rest of them, from Shashamaniland so that they could take the land. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make yourself available for God to use you. You may not make as much money right now as you're making with these evil people, but the kind of peace that you'll have in your soul, the kind of rest that you'll have, the kind of protection that you will enjoy is unmatched. By you choosing God, you automatically elevate yourself over your superiors. Because I'm elevated above you and your superiors right now. Because I choose God. I choose righteousness. I choose to serve in God's cause. You see it? So that's why I'm so powerful. I may not have money. I may not have a house. I may not have a car. But I'm not shelterless. I'm not clothless. And I have everything that I need. Because God provide one way or the other. It doesn't matter. I'm provided for. Period. And you'll be provided for. Anybody who serves in God's kingdom, who is serving God's cause, we are provided for. The same way that your superiors look after their employees is the same way that God look after its employees. See? Whereas God could give us peace of mind, your superiors can't give you no peace of mind. Because if you piss God off enough, nobody can save you from God. But if you piss off your superiors enough, God can still save you from them. You see the mathematics? It's your value system. That's what needs addressing, your value system. What do you really value? Do you value your things or do you value your peace of mind and a clear conscience more? The choice is yours. And who do you really put your trust in? Do you trust that God can look after you? If you choose to, because being on God's side automatically make you the opposition to the people that you're currently working for. Automatically, whether you want to or not. But as you see, I'm also their opposition, but I don't try to bully them. I don't use and overuse my power like that. I focus on blessing God's people rather than fighting with people who have made themselves enemies of my progress. I don't have time for that. When God is ready for me to address them, I get the inspiration to address them, and I do that, and then I get back to my business of looking after the people, my humanitarian work. You see what I'm saying? They're not that important. They're not that powerful. They only have as much power as God gave them. And especially when it comes to servants of the Most High God, they don't have no power. They govern over the evil people. They don't govern God's people. That's why they can't conquer me. One more. At the bottom of the deck, it says take bathroom breaks as necessary. So what does bathroom breaks do? It's time to relieve yourself. Or maybe you go in there just to gather your thoughts and your emotions, just to ground yourself. Okay? So this is talking about you grounding yourself, or bringing your body and your mind and your spirit back into balance. Okay, so what does God want you to do about your work? Take breaks as necessary. So maybe the job was great for you at one point, but right now it's working against you. Okay, and after this period is done, perhaps you could go and rejoin. When God has cleaned it up, you could go and rejoin. You see it? So take bathroom breaks as necessary. Now it's time for a break from them. So it's not forever. You love your job, I get it. But right now, your job is not loving you. Shit. I love doing dreadlocks too, but I have to take a break. You know? See? Time to upgrade your work ethics. So you love your work, but your work isn't loving you back right now. It's making you drop your work ethics, making you drop your moral code. You're not being able to perform your job to the degree that you love to or you're free to. You understand what I'm saying? It's more like a prison than what you used to know it to be, you know? You used to love it. It used to be loving you back. We have try not to take calls while working on a client. So time to upgrade your work ethics. Try not to take calls while working on your client. What does that mean? Let's see the next one. Join a different workplace. You see? Join a different workplace. It's time to move. Because it's just not the same. You could go back again in the future when it's cleaned up, you know. Your name, if your name is good, you keep your reputation high, you know what I'm saying? So that those who are there, they know who you are, they know how you work, and they'll happily have you back. So now let's try not to take calls while working on a client. I don't know what that means. Time to upgrade your work ethics. Yeah, we got that. Try not to take calls while working on a client and join a different workplace. Okay, so try not to take calls while working on a client. Okay, I get it. So this is saying that, yeah, they're gonna call you. Say no. You're going to a different place. So when you leave, they're gonna call you back. They're gonna try to entice you back. They're gonna give you all kind of nice offers and whatnot. But right now, it's not about the money. It's about your soul. It's about your soul. It's about your relationship with God. It's about your walk with God. It's about your karma, your karmic report. It's about your future. It's about you paying for the things that you're doing now in the future. If you want to create a good future for yourself, you have to plant good seeds now. The underlying issue, we have say thank you to your junior and senior colleagues. Yeah, leave a good taste of who you are at that place. Leave on a positive note. You don't have to cuss nobody. You don't have to be vexed with nobody. It's fucking with your moral code. And you can't have that, because at the end of the day, you have to suffer the consequences. Because the house and the car and anything else that you get with that same money from that place, God can make it all come to naught. God has the power to do that. However, anything that you accumulate doing, if you make this sacrifice and leave this job and you try to do something on your own, they may want to burn down your new establishment, but God can block them from doing that. You understand? God could block them, but they can't block God from doing what God wants to do to you. You see the power? So if God wants to get to you, they can't save you. But if you choose God and you choose God's path and they want to get to you, God can save you. That's the difference. And that's what's at stake right now. That's what's going on right now. Okay? So say thank you to your junior and senior colleagues. Then we got compensate them for the inconvenience. So make sure when you leave, if you choose to take God's advice, when you leave, make sure that you show appreciation to those who have been a good support system for you at this workplace. You see what I'm saying? Good vibes only. See, now we got make being on time a priority. So that means don't waste time. Don't dilly-dally with your decision making. Do what you have to do. And we got adjust the pricing system accordingly. Like the cost of what you're doing and what you're willing to pay in the future is not a good trade. Because like I said, God could fuck you up for working with them. Fuck up all the things that you've gained through doing this negative stuff. Okay? Ill-gotten gains. It will come to naught. And there's nothing that your superiors or you can do about it. However, if you choose to sacrifice that and choose to follow God and walk where God wants you to walk, God can protect you from any reprimands that these people, or any retaliation or any intimidation that these people would gladly bring to you. They won't be able to affect you because now you're under God's protection. Yeah, your method requires a little adjustment. This is talking about you. This is talking about you being there. They're doing what they're doing, and then you come behind them to undo what they did. It's not worth it. The price isn't worth it. Adjust your pricing system because your method requires a little adjustment. And then we have there is a better way. Find it. So I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to save your job. You're trying to have things your way and still trying to do the right thing. But it's not working, Craig. It's not working. Because when you allow them to do, look at the last event that happened. 2 days, dude is in here. He's not supposed to be in here at all. Me and you had a nice flow, and because of that, I just cut everything. Because what? I care about myself. Yes, he's here for one mission, and you protected me from that mission, but what about the rest? The next day I was sleeping, waking, sleeping, waking, sleeping, waking, can't get out of bed, belly hurt me, constipation, all sort of thing. And whatever they're putting, whatever they're using is messing with my teeth, is messing with my oral health, it's gonna fuck up my beauty. I love my beauty. I care about my beauty. So yeah, the punani is important, but the rest of me is important too. So it got you into trouble, and it just interfered with the flow that we had. You understand? So it's not working in your favor. There's a better way. It calls for a demotion, it calls for a change, it calls for a different workplace, it calls for less money and whatnot, but it's a small price to pay for all the other good things that you will get as a result of this sacrifice. And like God said, you might be able to rejoin in the future. Just make sure when you leave on a respectable note, innit? Don't disrespect nobody. Don't hurt anybody. It's just, yeah, it's time for me to go, because this ain't for me anymore. You know? It's fucking with my life. It's fucking with my karma, and God is gonna fuck me up. And I'm not doing that. Yes, my life is gonna change in a major way. But you know what? I'm gonna have a clear conscience. Because this, what's going on here, what you're doing to Chanel is wrong. And God is not happy, and God gonna fuck y'all up if you continue. And I don't want to get caught in the crossfire. Okay? So, but the choice is entirely up to you. Whatever you choose to do, I will respect it, because it's your life, your future, your choice, your fate, your peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? You get to pave your way forward. So choose your job or choose God. Choose a new job. Either which way, Chanel respect you. But just know, if you choose your job, Chanel is going to take with herself, because we're on different teams. We are on opposing teams. You cannot choose your job and be sabotaging the people efforts and think that they're gonna be good to you. They're gonna fuck you up. And you can't choose God. What was I gonna say? You can't choose God and still be trying to choose them people, because God is gonna fuck you up. So you just have to choose one path and stick to it. And whoever fucks you up, just take the fuck up and keep it pushing. Those are your two choices. You either get fucked up by your bosses or get fucked up by God. And if your bosses try to fuck you up, just know that God can save you. But when God wants to fuck you up, nobody can save you. Do the math. I hope this helped you.